What happens if you leave 8 Sims unattended in a dollhouse for 60 minutes on double speed? What trouble could they get into? With the help of mods, I've heightened every autonomous interaction a Sim can have and found out. But first I have to introduce everybody. So the first person that I thought of to put in the house was Trisha Paytas. She's pretty iconic, but not more iconic than Miss Bella Goth. Then we have Laddie Daddy, as beautiful as ever. And of course I wanted to incorporate some characters that are pretty iconic, so I incorporated Walter White. Then we got Don Lothario back with the Sims characters. And you know this video couldn't be made without Mr. Beast. So we got Jimmy Donaldson in here. I couldn't forget Bonehilda. And of course we've got the iconic Nancy Landgraf, my version of course. Now that we've met everybody, it's time to begin. And they're off. So Nancy Landgraf, for some reason she was obsessed with the cow plant. I don't know why. And Vlad was doing some yoga. He was really into some wellness. Yep, that's right. Get the right pose right there. I kind of forgot that Bonehilda, the whole point is that she cleans for you, so she was cleaning the entire time. She kept her out of trouble. But I did also forget some important facts about her later on. At one point Don Lothario picked up the microphone to sing karaoke, but he decided not to. I totally forgot that I have a mod that stops the campfire from lighting on fire, so it was pretty irrelevant. At one point Don joined in on the fun and played with the cow plant. I think the cow plant not taking his food kind of upset him, so he took it out on the bear. Ah, the dreaded welcome wagon. I kind of just ignored it until it went away. Hilda was doing this weird thing where she wanted to cook, but then she remembered that she's a skeleton and cannot eat. The Sims were getting along and interacting, which resulted in Vlad and Nancy getting along and actually playing ping pong with each other. I kind of put that ping pong up there so that they could get drunk, but it seems like nobody ever even drank an ounce of liquor, and I put liquor everywhere. And then finally something happened. Bella Goth was grilling, and then all of a sudden she burst into freaking flames. I'm actually shocked that everyone came to help her. It was like an entire family emergency, and they were so quick to help her. This would foreshadow a much different change in tone. I had a vending machine with food in it, which Nancy Landgraf almost died from, which I kind of wish she did. Everyone was having an easy time getting up the stairs, but I guess Walter White and his old age just couldn't do it. And I put the Murphy beds, expecting people to die from the Murphy beds, but no, they can just electronically put it down, so what was the point? As the night went on and the Sims were settling in, some took to guitar, others talking to the cow plant, or even getting close to the fire pit. I had realized that I put way too many lights in, so I had to go and change that. While mostly everyone was sleeping, night owls like Vlad went swimming, or others had a late night snack. I still don't know what was with Nancy and the cow plant. Oh, also the haunted trait was put on the lot, so one of the random ghosts decided to wake up Mr. Beast by turning on the TV, which then he learned he was erratic. I guess ghosts will do that to you. At this point, while everyone was sleeping, I sped things up, because nothing was really going on, until Cello was cooking. Then all of a sudden, she bursted into flames, but she caught on fire again. This time everyone came down again, but literally nobody helped her. They just watched her burn up. They just watched her die. It's actually insane that nobody did anything. Like, there was a clear exit, they could have left. They could have went to a different floor, but they decided to go to the corner of the kitchen where they would eventually get blocked off. The cow plant also wanted some attention. I didn't realize until later, but I forgot Vlad can teleport out of the lot, so he kind of stood there and watched. Bella did eventually die, but as she burned up, Vlad came back to witness her death. But for some reason he landed right on the fire, and he died too. If that wasn't enough, Mr. Beast caught on fire, Trisha Paytas joining him. They died as well. While the kitchen engulfed in flames, all that was left was Walter White, Nancy Landgraf, Don Lothario, and Bonehilda. So while I waited for the rest of the floor to stop burning, everyone went out to do their own thing. Of course, you guessed it, the following morning, another fire occurred. Luckily, this time Walter White was smart enough to walk away from the fire. Of course, their only escape route was to block themselves off in the corner of the kitchen, even though there was millions of beds available because most of the house was gone. Nancy Landgrab was sleep deprived, so from the corner she walked and passed out in a very vulnerable area. This did not end too well for her. Although Walter White did move out of the way, he didn't realize that fire would eventually spread and it would engulf him too. Don Lothario might be the smartest NPC in the dollhouse though, because he actually moved out of the way. Now when I foreshadowed that I realized something about Brunhilde, it was in this moment that I realized she was immortal. So technically she should have died, but oh well. After that shit show, the cowplant was hungry, and so was Don Lothario. Luckily, this was his first time being eaten by the cowplant. With Don and Brunhilde being the last of the guests, they took to getting to know each other and playing ping pong. At some point in the night, past guests joined. I don't know why Brunhilde was freaking out about a ghost when she's literally a walking skeleton. Unfortunately, I think you know how this video ends. But once the sun rose, Don decided to cook on the grill, an unfortunate mistake, and he would eventually die, leaving Brunhilde to watch until she got caught in the fire again.